Alright guys, we're doing Real Love by the Beatles today. The intro goes like this. Okay, really good song. Hello everyone, I am Shawn. Welcome to my easy piano lessons. Check out my website. It's webpianoteacher.com, and you can find every video I've ever made on there for piano lessons and some guitar lessons as well. But I'm also on Facebook. If you want to look me up, Shawn Cheek. Anyway, let's do the intro here, and we have B, E. Oh, one more thing before we get started real quick. Hit this like button if you don't mind for me right below the video. Just click it and leave a comment if you can. The reason I ask you to do that is anytime you do that, it helps me go up in the ratings on the YouTube channel, and it encourages me to make more videos for you guys. So I appreciate that if you do that. We're going to start with B, E, G on the right hand. Play it all together. And then we're just going to play an E. Okay? Now, one more thing. The key that this is written in, it's kind of, when they play on the recording, it's kind of in between E and E flat. And it may be closer to E flat, but I chose to do it in E. I just think it's a little more comfortable key vocally, and that's what I did. So, I don't know what key they meant it to be in, but it's somewhere between E flat and E, and I chose to do it in E here. So, because they didn't tune a lot of times back then, they just, tuned up together and played and got close to a note, but a lot of times it's not right, or not exactly on what, A440. So B, E, G together, and then a single E, and then we'll play that B, E, G again together. So, and then an A, okay, and then we're going to play E, G, and B together, and then we're going to play the B on the thumb. Alright, and then we're going to play E, G, C together, and then a B on the thumb. And it's all eighth notes, or bum, 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 bum. Okay? And you hear the melody. So that's what you want to bring out. Don't hit these other notes too hard, okay? So, you do want to hit the E hard, so. Alright, now on the left hand we just have an E octave. I just put one E, but a lot of times using this whiteboard technique, when I put one letter, you can play an octave. It just saves space for me. So, because it's kind of a shorthand anyway. So E on the thumb, E on the pinky. And you can play it each time I put a little hash mark here. So play it there, play it there, play it there. Alright, so we get together, right, and then together here. Right, and then together here, right, and then together here. So we go. Now, that's not exactly the way I do it. I kind of play it like. When you get more proficient at piano, you can kind of go octave and then pinky kind of go back and forth depending on the feel of the music. Okay, but some form of E octave there. And then we go to the B chord here. We were on an E minor. Now we're on a B chord, alright? So B, D sharp, F sharp. Okay? Alright, now if you're looking at sheet music and it's in a different key or something, don't email me. I know. I just chose the key that I thought was closest and would work best for us. So B, D sharp, F sharp. Alright? A lot of times the sheet music isn't right too. Have you noticed that? In sheet music, and this doesn't sound like the real thing, or they do, something different and weird. So I always try to, make it sound like the song as much as we can. And then sometimes I'll add a little bit if it's a piano solo to make it sound right. Okay, so those little variations you'll find in my lessons sometimes. B, D sharp, F sharp, and then just a single B on the thumb. And then we're going to do D sharp, F sharp, B on the top. And then back to B on the thumb. So we're doing this back and forth thing. And then we're going to have D sharp, F sharp, and A together. And then B on the thumb. And then back to D sharp, F sharp, B. Alright? A little drink of coffee. coffee. My son made this mug for me. Painted it and everything. Pretty cool, huh? Kind of bright. My favorite coffee mug. Alright, eighth notes. And in the left hand we're going to be on a B octave. So B, B. And again, you can play it right on the 1, 2, 3, 4 count. Or if you get more proficient, you can kind of go back and forth between. Okay? So, again, it's just straight eighth notes. Slowly. 1. Alright? And definitely change the pedal when you get right here, because we're on a different chord, and an E minor will not mix with a B chord. Alright? Okay, so make sure you clear the pedal totally when you get to that measure. So let's do what we have thus far. These two boxes. Alright, and then what we're going to do is repeat back. See, that's my repeat sign. Alright, I know the traditional repeat sign has the two bars and then the colon, the two dots. But I like somebody that's never played any music to be able to look at this and tell what I'm talking about, even if you don't speak English. So that's what that is, an arrow. Everybody knows what an arrow is. You go back, and we go back to the beginning, and we're not going to play this box the second time. On the repeat, we're going to stop right here at the asterisk, and we're going to jump over and play that. It's kind of like a second ending. It'd be like if this was the first ending, and that was the second ending. So let's go back and repeat this box. We're going to skip over. Alright, so here we're going to have B, D sharp, and F sharp. Yeah, and then so we're going to play it all together. And then we're going to play the B on the thumb. So we play that B again. Pa, pa. Now see the 2, we're going to do that 2 times. I save space by doing this. So 2 times. 1, 2. Okay? And then right here we're going to have D sharp, F sharp, and B down to B on the thumb 2 times. 1, 2. Alright, have that B octave down here. 1, 2, 1, 2 for the second ending. So let's go through the intro again. Here's the first time through. This is the free lesson 1. I do a lot of explanation on this other part to help you with some of the rest of the other song, but the other lessons are on my website, webpianoteacher.com, and also look me up on Facebook. You know, I have lots of videos that aren't on this YouTube channel that are on Facebook for free. You can find me by doing a Facebook search for www.webpianoteacher.com, or do a Google search for Web Piano Teacher, one word, and then another word, fans. So Web Piano Teacher fans with the Google search. But I hope you guys enjoy this lesson. Please comment, hit the subscribe and like button, and I will talk to you later.